Hello, my name is Organic-SFU-Thien, and I'm a graduate student at Simon Fraser University, and today I'll be talking to you about a 2-year-long study that I conducted on the pre-application of metarhizium and enterofras for wireworm control. And as all of you guys already know, wireworms are the larvae of the adult click beetle, the adult click beetle being shown here in the far right. And wireworms are these long, slender, worm-like creatures that feed on your crops. Here we have a depiction of a potato and a wireworm about to feed on it. It enters the potato and feeds and leaves all these holes, rendering the potato unmarketable. And this is not just for potatoes, but for other crops as well, such as corn and turnips. And the reason for this is because the crops produce CO2, which is an attractant to wireworms. Currently, there are no registered products to organically control for wireworms, which leads me to my research, where we are testing out 2 potential products to help deal with wireworms. The first one is called enterofras, which is shown on the left, and the second is metarhizium, which is shown here on the right. Both these products need to be paired with some sort of CO2 generator, and in this case we have rolled oats. The rolled oats produce CO2, which attract the wireworms to our product, where they then succumb to infection. Enterofras. Enterofras was created by a company called Entera, and what it is it's essentially insect poop. And what they did was they transplanted lettuce into the ground, and the lettuce either received or didn't receive this insect poop. The plots that did not receive the insect poop is shown here with this red rectangle, and they all died. All the plants died, and when they lifted up the plants, they realized that there were a lot of wireworms, and this is because the frass has a very high salinity content. So the plots that did receive the frass was able to repel the wireworms away because of its salinity content. Our second product is metarhizium. Here we have the spores of the metarhizium and a wireworm going through the spores. The spores enter the wireworm, where it eventually kills the wireworm from the inside out, looking like this. And as a result, our crops are nice and healthy. This leads me to my research, where I apply the treatments, our metarhizium and our enterofras, 2 weeks before planting our crop. 2 weeks because we want to give our products time to kill the pest. We then plant our crop, transplant the lettuce and seeded turnips, and then we let it grow. So we apply the treatments 2 weeks before planting. We applied it in a band. These bands are right next to where we are going to plant the crop. We then plant our crops, and then we let them grow, and we harvest them. Once harvested, we count the number of holes, wireworm holes, and we see if wireworm damage is present or not on the turnips. And if they are, then we consider it unmarketable. And here are the data for that. So on the x-axis we have our treatments. Here we have an oats control and an untreated control. And then we have our products. We have our enterofras and 2 rates of metarhizium, a low rate and a high rate. On the y-axis we have the average marketability, and as we can see here, our products, our frass and our metarhizium, is doing a lot better, statistically significant, when compared to our controls. Now this was for Agassiz, BC, but we also had another site called the Mara Farm, which is located on Vancouver Island. And on Vancouver Island, we saw the exact same results, where our products, our enterofras and metarhizium, did significantly better than our controls. Now, I was only able to show you the data for turnips, but we also looked at lettuce and carrots. The carrots showed the exact same results when just like the turnips, but with the lettuce we saw similar results. Although it wasn't significant, we did see a trend that our products, our enterofras and metarhizium, were doing better than the controls. And with that, I would like to thank everyone who had helped me out, my supervisors, the technician in the lab, the farmers, and everyone else for your love and support. Thank you.